Hello, my name is Kwame Kent, and I just got through playing the Spent Life game. I was really surprised at how fast things could escalate or de-escalate in a month. Um, my game didn't go as well as I thought it would. I ended up having like $81 left, I believe. So I didn't have enough money to pay for the rent next month, so I probably would have to take out a loan or something. Um, the job I took was the warehouse job, second shift for $9 an hour. It was from 12 to 7. My weekly pay was $306, and my monthly pay was $1,224. The next thing I did was pick insurance. I picked a great insurance, but it was too high with the money I was making. I wasn't making enough money to cover the insurance. I picked the silver plan, and it was $268 a month plus a $25 copay. The result of that, it cost over $65 a paycheck, so I was losing money. So I was really already in debt after only on my second day. And then the living, my house was $725 in rent, and the job was over 50 miles away, so I was paying more money for gas just to get to work. Next thing I chose was I didn't have enough room for stuff that I had in my house, so I chose to do a yard sale. I sold a lot of stuff, only made $150. Okay. I'm not sure if I lost the house on day 6 or what happened, but I started to pay the minimum of $219 a month, I guess, to keep the house. Okay, and then let's see. What financial dilemmas did you have to overcome? I lost on day 11. I talked to a coworker about a union for better pay, and then I ended up losing my job. And I was surprised because it's not like we did anything, we're just talking about it. So I lost my job, and I ended up not getting another one. So I was just surviving off of what I already had. And at that point, I'm not sure how much money I had, but I didn't have very much because the insurance and then the house, and yeah. Between the 30 days, I got sick, my pet got sick, I put the dog to sleep because I don't really like animals anyways. My kid had a party, I had to buy a present. I chose to buy a present. I got hungry at work. I chose the dollar menu because I was already having financial problems. My kid was struggling with math. Good thing I'm good with math, so that worked out well. My best friend asked me to go to a wedding. I couldn't go. I didn't have enough money to go to the wedding. My neighbor was moving. He offered to pay me $50, but it was at the same time my kid had a school play, so I chose to go to the school play. I had a toothache. I chose to do numbing gel, and it led to dental work, which was $800 in the future. I don't have that, so that probably would never have gotten done. And then groceries, I spent $40 to last for, I think it was like, yeah, probably 2 weeks. And then on day 17, I took a college course for $200, and I don't think anything happened of that. So I wouldn't say it was a waste. It probably would come to light in the future, but as of now, it didn't do anything. I started a fitness regimen. I asked a friend on Facebook. I put it on Facebook. Then the people called about my car. I hung up because, yeah, who answers that call? Then my kid had a class trip. It was $15. I chose to pay. At this point, I had like $46 on this is day 20 in my account. Yep, see, on day 21, I had a $5 fee for having under $50 in my bank account. Day 22, it was a free concert, but I chose to stay home because I didn't have money for a babysitter. On day 23, we had annual inspection plus a registration of my car. If it was late, you had to pay $350. I chose to take my chances and just pay it late or not pay it at all. On day 24, I applied for food stamps. I was approved, but I couldn't get them until the next month. On day 25, I chose to donate plasma. I'm not even sure what that is, but I did it, and I believe I got $50 for it. Then I started a 3-day lunch money for my kid because he was saying that kids were bullying him about the free lunch food, and he chose to not eat it. So, and on day 26, my kid asked to play sports, but it was $50 for a uniform and some shoes, which is crazy. So I said no, and I only had like $6 in my account because the lunch money, $3 a month, it took out my money. Day 27, a friend of a friend asked for a place to stay. I let him stay in my living room, so that was $200 in my pocket. On day 28, my mom needed money for medication, so I gave her that. It was $100. So at this point, I'm down to like 100 and some change, not very much. On day 29, somebody dropped $10. I gave it back. I'm really contemplating if I should have kept the $10. It probably wouldn't have did anything, but yeah. And then on 30, I had chest pains. I went to the doctor. It was only $25 copay because of my insurance. And it turns out nothing was wrong. So, excuse me. Yes, I ended up with $81 left, I believe. And then rent was due the next day. So I'm not sure what I would have done. What I would have done differently, I probably would not have talked to that dude in the union. I would have just kept walking and realized that I could lose my job this way. I didn't think that just talking to a coworker about union would make me lose my job, which is very unfortunate because after that, my life just spiraled downhill. There's nothing I could do. I thought I would get another job in the next 20 or so days, but I didn't. What did I learn? I learned that people actually go through this. This is real life. This is an everyday thing, and that like people actually go through hardships like this and can't pick themselves up from it. And I see why people tend to stay home so much and not get out, because they really don't have room for mistakes because they've already had enough mistakes in their life and they're just trying to bounce back. But it's just so hard to bounce back when you don't have a support system and you're not working. And it's just tough on the individual to have all that stuff juggled up and you can't do anything about it. So I learned that everything in that game is real and you shouldn't take it lightly. Yeah. How did this life simulation connect with the chapters in your book? Ooh. It's a tough one. I think it connects with the chapters in the book because the chapters in the book explain what goes on in the game like you actually experience it. So I think it connects like what the book says and the experience you have, the experience that you go through in the game. Because I didn't expect to go through losing my job and people actually calling about my car and hanging up. Because if it were real life, I would probably talk, but I'd probably hang up if I were in this situation because I already have enough on my mind. So I can't think about all that at one time. And yeah, I actually enjoyed playing the game. I took a lot of notes. I think I'm gonna play it again so I can see if I could, make it through the month. just so if it's were to happen to me in real life, like when I actually get out of college and experience the real myself, I would know what to do and how to handle the situation. So I think I'm gonna keep playing until I make it through the month with about enough money for rent. Okay. Thank you. Jaquan McCann signing out.